early signing day is December 15th on a Wednesday. And this class ranks in the top 15 in the country, number 3 in the ACC, according to 247 Sports. So Trevor Etienne's still out there. He'll announce the first week of January. Andrew Paul, the prospects of getting him seem to be a little bit better.
You know, it's really hard to say. Clemson got in on him late. This is a guy that was a kind of a late bloomer during his season. Had a strong senior season. CJ Spiller went and watched him a couple of weeks ago, and he rushed for like over 300 yards while Spiller was there. Had a real strong performance. And Clemson's, you know, he's on Clemson's radar. Let's put it like that. I don't know if they would take two or if he's a backup plan in case they miss on Etienne. Paul's not planning on signing until February, so there's time, you know, after Etienne decides what he's going to do. But I at the very least, I think he's considered the number one backup plan at this point.
Andrew Paul scored 44 touchdowns this past season.
Yeah, I couldn't
That's
remember.
a lot, I think.
He had a very strong senior season. I can't remember all the specifics on him. I want to say he was hurt some during his junior season, and it hurt him in the rankings. He's still not very highly rated. People would look at him and, oh, he's just a low 3-star and rated whatever. You know, sometimes the numbers don't always tell you everything.
And as you well know, sometimes the numbers don't catch up to the player's ability or how much they've taken off. You know, we got to understand that for as much as a player develops during his college career, sometimes guys are completely different players at 21 than they were 18. That's even probably double or triple that potentially from the time they're 15 to the time they're 17 or 18. They just become different people to a certain extent. 2,600 yards rushing, 41 touchdowns rushing, another 3 receiving on 14 catches, a whole bunch of productivity for him, which is about 4 times as much rushing yardage as he had the previous season in 2020. So again, maybe the recruiting ranking has yet to catch up on one Andrew Paul. Got Jason Priester here from All Clemson on SI talking up the Tigers with National Signing Day, the early one coming up, of course, December 15th. So Wesley Grimes, a wide receiver committed to Wake Forest. I got to think that that's a rarity, but the way that they've installed a passing offense the last few years, they're a pretty attractive stop.
Yeah, Wesley Grimes is a guy that Clemson's been recruiting for a while. He let's say Antonio, if Clemson had missed on Antonio Williams, I think Grimes would have been the next guy up. Like you said, he's committed to Wake Forest. I'm not certain Clemson is going to take a third wide receiver in this class. I know they just had another wide receiver lead this week, kind of leaves them one short. But I'm still not sold on the fact that they're going to take a third. I think they're okay sitting at 2. But if they were to take a third, Grimes is definitely a name to keep in mind. But, you know, if he signs on early signing day, which I want to say he is, then it's all moot anyways.
Right. Then when we go to a number of other names you prepped me with, Curtis Perry would be the next guy in line.
Yeah, see, here's where Clemson's got a problem, defensive line. They've got no defensive line commitments in this class. Coming in, I think they wanted to take a couple of defensive ends and at a minimum 1 defensive tackle. And when they missed on Travis Shaw, you know, where they went from there, it's kind of been all over the place. You know, they recruited a guy here a little, there a little. I mean, they've really tried to get in on Curtis Perry from Alabama here late. Strong Alabama lean. I think he's trying to tease people that he might be going to Auburn a little bit here, but I'm not buying it. I still think he's strong with Alabama. He came to town Sunday for a very quick official visit the day before the dead period. I don't know how much you can do in a day. I don't know how much rolling out of the red carpet you can do in just a few hours. I just think they got in far too late on this kid and you know, just way too much ground to make up. He's another guy that's going to sign this week, and I fully expect it to be Alabama. And even if it's not, it would be Auburn. I mean, I think Clemson's just that far behind each of them.
And if you're looking up Curtis Perry, don't make the mistake that I did. Khurtiss, Curtis Perry, 11th rated defensive lineman in the country, a top 75 prospect overall, regardless of position, 4th rated player in the state of Alabama. So he obviously is a top-notch prospect.